Assalamu alaikum, good afternoon, and a huge welcome to the 7th edition of IRONMAN 70.3 Dubai. So good to be back in the United Arab Emirates. So good that despite everything that has happened in the last years, we have been a non-stop record of having events every year. Last year we had it, and the years before, under different circumstances. This year, still some smaller COVID protocols. To the members of the press and to our guests present, a huge welcome to you. Also, a massive welcome to everybody watching on Facebook Live as we bring this incredible event to the world. A sold-out race in just a few hours, probably a record for a licensee event, certainly a record for races in the last couple of years to sell out so incredibly quickly. It shows you the power of a destination like Dubai. It shows you what a great job the team has done locally in creating a phenomenal event in a world-class destination like Dubai. It also shows you how important it is to have partners and supporters, and representing Dubai Sports Council, a huge welcome to His Excellency Khalid Al-Awar. Thank you to you and everything that the Dubai Sports Council do to make this happen, to help us bring athletes like those seated left and right of you. Representing our team on the ground here, His Excellency Ahmed Al-Hajj, who's the MD of IRONMAN 70.3 Dubai. I'll introduce our professional athletes. Closest to me, Olympic champion last year in Tokyo, Christian Blumenfeldt, also holds the world's fastest time for an Ironman 70.3. Just on the far end, we'll shoot across to Lara Philipp, podium at the 70.3 World Champs, Xterra World Champs, and I think pretty much won everything she started last year. Then right next to Christian on my side here, our defending champion, Daniel Ryf, the winner from last year, and then we move across to a woman who needs no introduction at all, Daniela Ryf, multiple 70.3 and Ironman world champion, also our women's defending champion. But I think it's only right that we start with words from our host from the Dubai Sports Council, Your Excellency Khalid Al-Awar.
Distinguished guests, members of media, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to this another 7th edition of IRONMAN, which is one of our very important and major events in our agenda of the Dubai sports events, as we host more than 400 events covering more than 50 different sports. It's a great opportunity, one more time, to remember what happened in the past few years. With the pandemic, and now after life is back to normal, we are hosting such an event after we had a very successful edition last year. Triathlon is becoming one of the important sports in Dubai, as we have a lot of different facilities available in Dubai. We host more than, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 5 major triathlon events, and it's becoming more popular. What makes it popular hosting such an event, Ironman, which is a known brand now across all the region, I would say. I'll leave you guys with my colleagues. I think they will be talking more about the technicality of it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Just a quick question for you. You talk about how many hundreds of sporting events that Dubai hosts, and if we consider what the world has gone through and what we are going through, sport is a wonderful unifier.
Indeed, as I mentioned, sir, we host more than 400 events in our agenda. By saying 400 events, which are literally ranked 400 events, we don't consider these small community events as in our agenda. More than 50 different sports, covering either it's international. If we talk about the international, we have more than 100 international events in our agenda. We have community events, we have family events, and as well as we have the ladies event, also dedicated only for ladies. So your question?
So that part of the strategy is that sport is a unifier. We are equal when we're on the sports field together.
Indeed, indeed. Sport is one of the languages, soft power, one of the languages that we all speak, we all share. regardless what type of sport we are practicing. If we go back during the pandemic, maybe the first activity that came back to life was sport. The importance of sport is not only if we look at it keeping physically looking good, etc. It plays a big role in changing your hormones, making you more happy, making you more healthy. And if you want to have a healthy life, which means you need to have a high immunity system, and nothing better than exercising, regardless the type of exercise.
Indeed. Thank you very much, and thank you to the Dubai Sports Council for everything that you do. Representing Ironman 70.3 Dubai, our Managing Director, Ahmed Al-Haj. I know you're very proud to be sitting here again for the 7th time with a race that sold out so quickly. The microphone is yours.
Thank you, Paul. أهلا ومرحبا بكم في اللقاء المتجدد كل عام مع بطولة ايرون دبي للتراياثلون، والتي تعد من أهم وأقوى بطولات التراياثلون في العالم، التي تستضيفها إمارة دبي للعام السابع على التوالي. يسرنا أن نرحب بنخبة أبطال العالم الموجودين معنا اليوم، الذين يتنافسون في النسخة السابعة، كما يحرصون على المشاركة في هذه البطولة كل عام. وفي مقدمتهم البطل الأولمبي النرويجي كريستيان بلومنفيلد، صاحب الرقم القياسي العالمي في مسافة 70.3 اللي هي 70.3، والدنماركي دانييل الفائز بالمركز الأول في النسخة الماضية من بطولة ايرونمان دبي، والمصنف السادس على العالم في فئة الرجال. والبطلة العالمية السويسرية دانييلا ريف، المصنفة رقم 2 على العالم في فئة السيدات، وحاملة لقب النسخة السابقة، والفائزة ببطولة العالم 4 مرات. والألمانية لورا فيليب، المصنف رقم 3 على مستوى العالم. نحن سعداء بالإقبال الكبير على المشاركة من الرياضيين الذي وصل عددهم 2500 مشارك من داخل وخارج الدولة، أكثر من 100 دولة أو أكثر من 100 جنسية من مختلف قارات العالم، الذين سارعوا على التسجيل في هذه البطولة بمجرد أن تم الإعلان عن فتح باب التسجيل، حتى اكتمل العدد خلال 29 ساعة، وهذا يعد رقما قياسيا جديدا لأسرع السباقات تسجيلا للمشاركين. أصبحت هذه البطولة الدولية محطة مهمة تستقطب نخبة الرياضيين العالميين الذين يسافرون آلاف الكيلومترات من مختلف دول العالم للحضور إلى دبي والمشاركة والمنافسة الأصعب على الإطلاق. كما أكملت اللجنة المنظمة جميع الترتيبات لتنظيم هذا الحدث المميز، وتم تحديد مسارات السباحة والدراجات الهوائية والجري. وفي الختام نشكر مجلس دبي الرياضي على الدعم الذي يقدمه البطولة لتكون من أنجح البطولات الدولية. كما نواصل الشكر إلى جميع الجهات والمؤسسات الوطنية التي وفرت كافة التسهيلات والدعم اللوجستي للبطولة، وعلى رأسهم شرطة دبي وبلدية دبي وهيئة الطرق والمواصلات بدبي ونادي دبي للرياضات البحرية وقناة دبي الرياضية. ونتمنى التوفيق لجميع المشاركين، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Thank you very much, Ahmed Al-Haj. Just in a basic little summary for those of you watching on Facebook, welcoming our professional athletes who are here, and that the prestige of this event attracts the caliber of athletes like Daniela, Christian, Daniel, Lara, and many, many more, that it brings age group athletes from 100 nations around the world. Almost 2,500 athletes sold out in under 30 hours, and 20% of that field are our female competitors, and over 40% of the field are athletes tackling their very, very first Ironman 70.3, and they've come from all over to do that in this incredible, incredible city. We're going to chat now to our professional athletes, and I'd like to start on the very far left, representing Germany, Lara Philipp. A huge welcome to the United Arab Emirates, huge welcome to Ironman 70.3 Dubai, and just judging by, let's just call it Instagram. I know there's Instagram and there's reality, but my goodness, it looks like winter was fun.
Thanks for welcoming me. It's very nice to be here. Yes, winter training was fun. It was hard, but I'm looking forward to be here and just get my body and mind to the first test. And yeah, only my bike is missing at the moment, so hopefully it will make it over here so I can start on Saturday.
These two gentlemen sitting in the middle will make sure that your bicycle is here in time, I promise you. Lara, let's just look at it. I mean, for all the athletes, that sort of first race of the season, coming off a big off-season, you've been putting in all the homework. I'm sure the data says the numbers are good, but you still need to race and test yourself against your fellow competitors to really know if that investment has paid off.
Exactly, and that's why I'm here. So training is one thing, and I'm sure like most athletes, they love their training, and it's kind of easy to go hard in training, but to bring everything together on race day is something special, and it's difficult. And so that's why I'm here. I want to test my body, my equipment, and just to make sure to get through the race day nerves and routines. And there are not like big expectations that I have on my form. It's more a test and like an important step towards the Ironman World Championships in St. George. But still, every race, it's like not training, it's race day, and I take it very seriously. So yeah, hopefully I can bring everything together.
Something else you take seriously is cake.
Yes, cake is an important part of my life. I believe that I can be faster with cake, and actually I just had a fantastic carrot cake down at Kite Beach, so hopefully it will work.
There we go. Thank you very much. Germany's Lara Philipp, and lovely to have you on the podium here with us. I'm going to move all the way to my immediate left. He is the fastest human over the 70.3 distance. He is also your Olympic gold medalist and ITU world champion from Norway, Christian Blumenfeldt. You had a horrendous Ironman 70.3 Dubai last year.
Oh yeah, that's true. I came here in 2019, had like big expectation, wanted to kick off the season really well. Got some cramping first run as I came off the flight and wasn't able really to recover before the race. So I was like out in the water, cramping up my quads and didn't even make it onto the bike. So I remember like coming out of the massage tent, like recovery area, when the rest of the guys were kind of finishing their 90K bike. So I'm here for hopefully getting revenge on the course, and yeah, it looks really good. Like it's a flat course, fast on the bike. Changed it a little bit on the run, as I understood. So instead of having it on the soft running part, it's now on the bike part by the beach, which is really nice. Makes it kind of easier to have a little bit higher speed. So yeah, hopefully we have good conditions on Saturday, and it's looking like it's going to be a really tough battle with Daniel and also Martin from short course. He's going to be fast, so I think it's going to be a good test to see where the fitness are now 2 months ahead of St. George. So yeah, a good way to see where I'm standing.
Well, if you look at the pro field, I mean, it's a very stacked field, almost worthy of a championship title. That makes it massively competitive, but you've all coming off the so-called off-season, and you can't really believe everything you see on Strava and on social media.
Yeah, but I think like you have the ones who's maybe posting less, but they're still doing the work, and yeah, it's kind of all about now is preparing for St. George, which is like a few months away, but it's still good to get that kind of confident boost, like performing here in Dubai, having a good start on the season, getting like, I guess, even if you have a bad day on Saturday, you will kind of get that kind of motivation again to do the work. But it's always good to perform and showing fitness and showing that you are on track ahead of a big year, special one, double world championship. So yeah, it's a very unique season.
And how does an Olympic gold medal change things?
Well, I like to just move on and kind of set myself new goals. So straight after the Olympics, I was trying to prepare for the Hawaii last year, which eventually got postponed. So I had like new challenges, and having the big 2022 season coming up, I was kind of using it as motivation, trying to show that I can transform from being a short course guy to dealing with the Ironman distance and longer stuff. So I've done a few 70.3s, but this year is mainly going to be about the Ironman distance.
Well, there we go. Norway's Christian Blumenfeldt. Thank you and all the best for Saturday. Daniela Ryf, our women's defending champion, no stranger to racing in Bahrain, racing here in Dubai. You seem to enjoy coming out here. It's a nice little, some time in the sunshine again after the Swiss winter, and like for everybody, just, you know, a little test of the body.
Yeah, definitely. I like racing here. It's a great course. I mean, it's flat, but it's definitely not easy because you have to really put the power down and for a long time. And yeah, that's why I'm here. It's a great opportunity after some solid months of training. I've done most of my training indoor on the wind trainer, and now being here, actually having some sun on the skin again feels really nice. But definitely. Feels nice to ride outside and actually feel the speed. I haven't felt speed for a while because I've just been pushing it on the turbo.
You know, you talk about the turbo, but it looks like, I mean, professional athletes, you train all three disciplines. You train resting properly, fueling properly, eating properly, etc., and distracting yourself with building houses and all that kind of stuff. But nothing beats the test of race day against your fellow athletes, both male and female. And I know you're not just racing your fellow women, you're racing the guys as well.
Well, I mean, I'm happy Lara is here, so we can battle it out. I definitely don't want to be involved with these two guys over there. But of course, it's always interesting to see where you stand against the best men as well in the world. And I mean, I'm here to just really see what's possible, to show a good performance, I hope. Last year was not always possible for me to actually push really hard. I've had some immune system and health problems, and to actually feel healthy again is one big part and one big step in the right direction. And I've had some solid training in the bank, so now it's a good first time, still early enough to change some things, but a good first check to see where I'm at.
You know, you talk about the health and you talk about the immune issues. Part of winning and part of being a successful professional athlete is confidence in your ability and your machine, which is your body, to deliver. And that confidence sounds like it is back because the health issues are behind you. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, our body is our tool to perform, and we have to look after it. And I'm used to actually know my body a lot, and last year there were things happening where I didn't know what was really going on. I had suddenly very high heart rate and couldn't breathe properly. Also had like allergic reactions, and stuff like this is hard when you don't know what's going on. I was also scared because I had one race at the Collins Cup where I had an allergic reaction and all my body was filled with like blisters, and so I didn't know what was going on. And then to be able to push like this feels not right to me. And so for me, yeah, of course, if you have a healthy body, that's what you want. And I think it's so important to look after your body, and still necessary as well to be able to push, because you can't go hard and perform well if you're not healthy.
Thank you very much, Daniela Ryf, Switzerland women's defending champion, men's defending champion for Denmark. I mean, it's Scandinavia versus the German speakers, it seems, here at the moment, boys versus women. But Daniel, being defending champion, does that put more pressure on you for Saturday?
Not necessarily pressure, but you know, as Christian said, we're all here also to test the form going into St. George. So I would more put it like it's a process towards really perform on high level in May, and obviously you want to start out great here in Dubai. I think it's the first time I'm coming back as defending champion at a race, and you know, it's obviously it's a new thing you have to learn how to cope with, but especially having some of the ITU guys and Christian here, it's, you know, it's really not something I think about, because it's just, you know, the race you have to take care of. And I think the fact that we actually have a pretty stacked start list here is very nice, because, you know, normally it's, there's a lot of races on the Ironman circuit where the start list is not that deep, and here we actually have a real battle for the title, and coming into a season with the 2 Ironman World Championships and a lot of other high profile races as well. It's nice to set the tone on how we're hopefully going to change the middle and long distance game.
So, you talk about the stacked field, and you talk about, testing the body, and I would imagine with St. George and Kona ahead, the double world championship year, not to mention 70.3 world championships, for which we have slots here as well, for pros and amateur age groupers, that you go into a race with plans, but often when the gun goes and your fellow athletes go and the adrenaline kicks in, sometimes it's just fight, race, compete, and then the plan goes out the window.
Yeah, for sure. And there's you can say like there's a lot of different kind of races. Some races you just have to, as a strong swimmer, biker kind of type, you just have to go for it and put the pressure on from the beginning. There can also be other race situations with a group of strong people who have kind of the same strengths, and that I think we're going to see that on Saturday, and that's also the exciting part about how tactics and how people will react in certain situations, because that's definitely what this race will set aside from other races.
Now, I know we have a lot of our amateur age groupers who are racing on Saturday watching, and those who are just so passionate about the sport that they're watching and hoping to learn things from you athletes. Daniela alluded to flat is not easy. You won on this course last year, and flat isn't easy. Often age groupers go, oh, let's find a flat course because that's easy, but it's not the case, is it?
No, the fact that you just have to keep the pedal to the middle on the 90 kilometers, that's a whole other ball game than a lot of other courses. And normally we have like more challenging courses when it comes to cornering and technical stuff or altitude or something, climbing. But here we just have to be as aero as possible for 1 hour and 50, and that can do some damage for the run, that's for sure, on the legs and also for the head.
So it sounds like the reference to our ITU athletes and some of those coming off an Olympic year, coming to mix things up, and the flat, hard, fast course, and the tactics and the little groups forming, that we are going to have an incredible race on Saturday. I don't know if the members of the media, anybody assembled, have any questions. Daniela, you look like you wanted to throw something in there about the flat is hard.
I said flat is fast, but not easy.
Yeah, indeed. It's fast, but not easy. So thank you very much for all those of you that are here today. Thank you for your time. To our athletes, thank you as well. We wish you the best of luck for an incredible day on Saturday. Ahmed Al-Hajj has promised us that the Shamal will not blow on Saturday. He said the weather is amazing. It's going to be a tailwind on the way out and a tailwind on the way back and a downhill run, is what he told me. To the almost 2,500 age groupers from 100 countries around the world, thank you as well. We wish everybody good luck. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you on race day.